I wonder if you are on the same side of the fence with him.
You bet I would. You bet I would. You see, sometimes these arguments befuddle me in the way people look at it. For him to say that Democrats steal election, I think that is fallacious.
Right.
It's not. You see, there's a process. It's not like Nigeria that anything
and
happens.
It's clear cut, right?
And it's clear cut. For me, this is one of the saddest days for me.
Really?
For Trump to win. I never, look, honestly, I've followed Trump from way, way back when he was a real estate man. People now, you know, the only challenge that I have in talking about Trump is when people become religious about it, Christian stuff. I step away because I don't want to get embroiled in those kind of controversy that you cannot decipher. I mean, if you cannot say it, I don't. The thing is, it's so obvious. You see, when a man tells you who he is, don't disbelieve him. I don't see how democracy can survive with Trump. There are no guardrails anymore. The Supreme Court is dead. He will now have the opportunity of again putting some more conservative judges on the court. The Senate is won the Senate. And who is going to stop him? And he has told you what he will do. So what will happen in the Middle East? What will happen in Ukraine? What will happen to democracy around the world? Obviously, what it means is that democracy is beginning to crumble if it can happen in America. I do not see, in some states in America, a convicted felon cannot vote, yet a convicted felon is likely to win. With 267, there are only 3 electoral votes left for him to win. And so, what do you want to preach to the world? A serial rapist, a convicted felon? What has he not done? You know, people will say, oh, that's how God works. He uses also. I don't want to go into that realm. But I do not see how America will survive this man. You do not see it? I don't see it. I don't see it. Because of his past records? His past record won, and also he has Project 2025. And he ran away from it. Anything that's going to cause controversy, causing controversy, he runs away. But you see, the thing that also bothers me is America will give them too much credit. Right? I think we give them too much credit for sophistication, which I see now is more of hypocrisy. And I say something, I mean, with due respect, this is racism on steroids. Are you serious? I'm telling you. How so? Because they made a decision? No, it's not. Let me tell you, a woman, you know, another thing is, does it mean that a woman cannot be president in America? Is that what this is about? Did she put forward her policies in such a way that is clear-cut to the people? Because that was another matter. No, let me tell you why she did not. A tiger does not need to proclaim integrity. I mean, she's a woman. Why should she say, I'm a woman? But the people want to hear what you intend to do. That's not what she wants to do. Being a woman is not what she wants to do. Absolutely. What she wants to do, she told them what she wants to do. What did Trump say he wants to do? But the people said that for them, if she wasn't clear-cut about certain issues beyond the matter of abortion, pushing forward the matter of abortion rights and all, that even though there are those who say even that those are not necessarily reproductive rights as it is. But the people wanted to hear her stance on the matter of Palestinian, border, the economy, all of those issues and external matters that concern them. Look, let me tell you something. There are certain things that one needs to be careful about in American politics. If you said you should talk about Middle East, what do you want her to say? If it was a regular person, if it was like me, I would tell them, you see, the support for Israel is so dominant that it's so difficult to extricate yourself from that and say, no, you should tell Netanyahu off. It was almost impossible. If you don't go to the border migration, there was a bill that was even sponsored by, what's his name, from Oklahoma, a deep red place. And this bill was to pass. And Trump called them and said, no, don't let it pass, so that we can use this to campaign. And so what do you expect? Were you there when he received it? No, he said it. So he did. This statement that he made is to tell you that he's been watching CNN and all the lies that are being told by Trumps by the enemies of that country that he brought into it. For instance, sir, to start with, that nation was built on two things, on God and faith. That's the connection now. That's the connection with that country. The founding fathers of that country built it
on the word of God. So if you doubt what I'm saying, take your phone, Google it. From the first president to the second to the third, up to even Jimmy Carter. So their statements, and it is promised them that if you stay on the size of him, that's how they got to where they are today. They have a very deep developed economy. Everything they have, they got from the benevolence of the faith that they profess. Yes, that is number one. Number two, he started speaking, and everything he was just saying has to do with all the lies that Democrats have been saying about Trump. Nobody among them is better than Trump. Trump is not a perfect person, but he just happened to be a tool, a man who loves that country more than all of them put together. I'm talking about the love of nation. All the things that they are saying about him, they are the frailties of every.
How would you judge his love? What's your basis of judging that he loves the country?
Yeah, if you love the country, you protect it. Trump is not a politician. He is not a parasite. Biden and all those Kamala Harris, Schumer, name all of them. They've been feeding on the American economy for decades, particularly Trump. They have not contributed anything to the development of the country than sitting in the Senate and collecting money and doing all the rubbish that they are doing, going all over the world, making deals. Trump has contributed to the economic development of that country. And that's why if you hear him speak, he tells you, I'm going to close down the border. I'm going to fight inflation. I am going to reduce tax. He is specific about what he wants to do. You know why? He's a businessman. And he sees America as an entity where you can turn into an economic whatever. He's going to increase tariff. He's going to do this. He is direct. This woman was not prepared for where he got to. He was not nominated. He was forced into that position. And by the way, if you follow American history, you know that, number one, no woman has been president. If Mrs. Clinton couldn't be president, is this woman that I almost called her an illiterate? Really? Number two, you are in a war season. No sitting government in America has ever won an election while there is war in the Middle East or anywhere in the world. Go and check the history. That's why I brought this to you. This is the illustrated encyclopedia of the President of America. All of them are listed here, including Trump. This is very simple. You follow through. This is wartime. No sitting government in America, no sitting president has won re-election.
Why is it so? From the explanation given by the book.
No, I'm not able to answer that because I did not see in the book. But if you read the history, how they have existed in the last 200 and almost 50-something years, you do not have war going on in any part of the world and a sitting president. It has never happened before.
Right.
It has
and
never.
So you feel that also.
Then the president, a woman has never been president. I thought this would be an opportunity for a woman.
Right.
To become
Everyone
the
thought this would be the opportunity.
The opportunity.
American democracy was matured enough for a female president, but it seemingly
but it looks like it's not going to be. It looks like it's not going to be so, right? So I am reminding you of the pattern. There's a pattern already. I thought that the pattern will be broken on this occasion or altered on this occasion. But it doesn't look like so. So the point that I'm making is that you must put those together. And you know, he thinks that this for me is about, I've been following Trump and I've been liking him and committed to him and posting his pictures on my media, all my media angle. You know that. All your people, they know that. So why do I do so? It's not about him. So it's not about Trump. It's not about the election. I'm concerned about the world. He has something about religion and all that. For me, two things matters. Our faith and our God. Two important foundation of the American society that we're speaking about now. That's the foundation. When they left Europe to go and settle in that place.
That's what Trump had built.
And that's what he is based his life and his raising his family on. He has raised his family and he is pursuing it and celebrating Christmas, unlike his opponent who is asking us, how dare you say Merry Christmas?
But how would that, deal with the issues on the ground for the average American?
The challenge for me is this. I mean, it's went to territories that I like to avoid God and faith. I don't want to do that because it's controversial.
I'd like to do it.
It's because it's controversial. A man says he loves America, and you say immigrants you will bundle everybody out of America that is an immigrant. That everybody that comes there is a drug dealer, how can somebody who wants to be president of the civilized world be so coarse and so unguarded and uncouth in the way he presents his views? And then you say to me that is the way a man should be. And you say, oh, I'm a woman has not been, that if Clinton cannot be a this one, who else then can then be? On what basis do people become American presidents?
Right.
On what basis? Because if we begin to look at this, we can look, for me, I don't live in America anymore. We're watching from here. We will see what happens. Because when we begin to see the development in the world, everybody will wake up. Maybe truly we're going to a place of extinction or of war, of complete war. We will see. Because it's obvious that from who can he deal with? The whole world is just waiting and worried at what will happen. And so what's going to happen? What's going to happen in Ukraine?
You think Russia is excited now?
Oh, of course they will be. You see, autocrats around the world will be excited because it means that leadership does not have to come with finesse or any decency. An African leader can then be there for... Kagame has been there now for how long? Boyen has been there for how long? They are now, you know, if you can happen in America, that anything can happen, that anybody can be president, they speak that. You will see what will happen. It's a progression.
What is wrong with his speaking? I don't know what is wrong with Trump speaking. The same thing, this narrative that is going on in American media by the Democrats and the media arm. Look, this man is a very successful businessman. Are you going to deny that?
Successful?
Yeah, not successful, very successful.
Tell me another story.
He's come a long way. He's 78 years old. He has a great family, raised wonderful children. And you say you're look, immigration. Let me tell you what is going on.
Is it not
in any nation, there's a process of admitting people into those countries,
absolutely,
including Nigeria. You don't break down your borders and open your doors. That's why you had 9/11. That's why you have all the kind of crisis. He's not against you coming into. I visit that nation. I go to the embassy here.
And we have
I get a
other
visa.
Countries also putting up policies.
Right now in Europe, they are sending people by force from Germany. You don't know what is going on in Germany in the last 2 weeks. They are forcing people out of their country. Australia, it just happened in Australia. Why? Because a group of people called the Patriots copied what happened in London a few weeks ago, and they are physically taken. Because no nation, it's only in the United States of America that I've seen that the Democrats just opened their borders. Look, you know how many Nigerians that I know, only me, that I know that are in the United States. They have 5 years visas. They have visas. They go and come. They go and come. That's how our society is organized. There must be law and order. There must be orderliness. What Democrats have done is to infiltrate their country with people to come and vote for them for the lawlessness that they have created.
How are you able to prove this?
Well, you are not able to see it.
How are you able are you saying the Latinos who...
Don't you watch what is going on? You don't watch TV?
Of course.
You don't watch TV?
Of course.
I don't think you watch.
You don't think I watch?
They fly people. They are flying these illegal immigrants. Their own citizens are crying that we are not able to pay fees. But you are paying fees and accommodating these people and houses have gone from...
Honestly,
hold on. Let me finish this point.
I'm aghast.
Rents have moved from $1,300 a month to $2,600. Why? Because houses have now become scarce. What used to happen in the United States is that you have houses. You can move to any part of any city where you are because you're looking for cheap rent or whatever. But the availability of accommodation.
And that's because some...
yes. You don't know what is going on, and I'm telling you. And they are accommodating them. Yes. Are educating illegal immigrants and moving them to states where they think that these 7 swing states, they're moving them to those states.
Who is moving them?
If not for the intervention of some legal organizations who challenged it in Virginia and other states that these people should not be allowed to vote, the Supreme Court turned against that action. So right now, their plans has failed partially as far as I'm concerned. But stop holding Trump to account that he shouldn't speak. You speak the way you want to speak. It's a different personality from who you are. To be a businessman at that level in America,
and if
it takes a lot of work.
What he just said, saying that the Democrats brought in people illegally.
I'm just aghast.
That's the idea.
I'm aghast.
Right.
Because how anyone will feel that you will fly in people to go and I mean, absolutely no. What is all this?
He says we don't watch TV if we do not.
No, you're not watching. You don't know what is going on.
I see them.
No, you don't know, doctor. You have been so busy, you don't know what is going on.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so instead of you to listen to what I'm saying to you, you're arguing with me that you are gas.
That's your perspective.
That's your perspective.
That's not perspective. It's news that I'm giving to you.
It's your perspective, and so you cannot shove it down.
No, can you just
as
listen?
It is. So let him have his perspective.
If you have not listened to news, it's my duty to share the news.
That's your perspective.
You cannot be busy somewhere, and I'm telling you what is going on, and you say you are gas.
You cannot just say that he is not watching what is going on. If that's your perspective, let's leave it at that. We must respect each other's views on this table.
Thank you.
Right.
You see, the problem I have, I mean, I want us to have a debate.
Absolutely.
But when it becomes absolutely in the air, it shocks me. Where did you get that from? Which TV showed you Democrats flying people?
It will be interesting to know.
It will be interesting to know.
Right.
I mean, this is the kind of thing that Trump says and he's gotten away with. So he too can say it in Nigeria in respect of Trump. I mean, we're watching, we're global analysts, we're looking at what is happening in the world.
Right.
We appreciate it. And you are saying that, I mean, that is unbelievable. That anybody would say that on the TV, that they're flying, this man put them and stick them.
Same way the things you are saying are things that CNN says to you and you believe it.
You know, the thing is simply unbelievable. You see, the thing is, democracy may be good, but it has its own limits as well.
Absolutely.
Do you know that in Florida, an ex-convict cannot vote, but an ex-convict is going to be the president? And you say people are just... Which president in the world speaks the way he speaks? Which leader in the world speaks the way he speaks? And you denigrate women? You say whether you... I mean, he's been charged with all his... I mean...
Get over all those lies.
No, allow him speak, please. Because you said something.
These are things in the court.
And now he's still speaking from his perspective.
Yeah, these are things in the court.
Aren't these things
what he did? Was he not convicted?
Right.
He was convicted.
Right.
Was he not accused of numerous... He said he's successful. Tell me success. 6 bankruptcies. It wasn't his mind that he started his business. His family were immigrants. His wife is an immigrant. He brought his wife and the family in. Every woman is married has been an immigrant. And he was a German immigrant. His father went back to Germany, was sent away because he ran. And then you are now coming and say you don't want... Go and check people who have won the Nobel Prizes. They are not indigenous Americans. They are American something. Is America built on the strength of his own nationality? Of course not. Who built the White House? Who built the Capitol?
Right.
Slaves. Today now you come, you say you want everybody to go... Everybody is saying he will help. How will he help Africa? He calls Africa shithole. Countries of Africa shithole. He calls other countries, it gives them epithets that you cannot expect from a political leader. And then you say to me that that's the kind of person that should lead the world, and then that one should be happy about it. We will watch. I'm willing to concede, if he wins, to watch. And then we will see where we're going. Right. You see, certain things happen in the world sometimes so that we all can learn.
Absolutely.
The other thing that I'm seeing that worries me is the death of democracy.
Is that what you see?
That's what I see.
You think democracy wouldn't thrive with a Trump president?
It's not likely.
God.
It's not likely.
Why so?
Where are the guardrails?
Right.
Where are the guardrails? He's won Senate majority. I don't know what will happen in the House. Let's say he wins the House. So it means the Republicans, they control the House, they control the Senate, they control the White House. So who is going to say, and look at the Supreme Court. Supreme Court says he has constitutional right to do anything he likes, even if it's legal, but for as long as excuse me. That is what everybody, where are the guardrails? If there were guardrails that he couldn't manipulate himself, did you hear what he said the last campaign? He said he regretted leaving the White House. Of course, if he stayed there, nobody would drag him out. That's the American system. That's the democracy. And that's why people like Putin can do whatever they choose to do. Because they don't believe. He's been there for how many years? Since 1980. Xi Jinping is there. And then these are the people that are his friend, Kim Jong-un. And then you say that democracy? Look at what's beginning to happen in Germany.
I am wondering,